Welcome back, folks. Cape Rugby TV. This is, of course, a very special day for us as it is the draw for the annual SCORE Western Province Club Rugby Sevens. It happens here at Newlands. It's been a few weeks now of Sevens rugby that has been rolling out, of course, across Paarl, Goodwood, and, of course, at Hamilton's. And we now finally have the top two teams that played through the various pool stages. They were, of course, Hands and Hearts and Young Peoples, Hamilton's and Goodwood, Gardens, Tiger Berg, Stellenbosch, and Durban. Those are your top teams, two teams in the various logs. And tonight we have to do the draw to see who plays who and what, of course, the quarterfinal sequences are. Very exciting. But to tell me a little bit more about that, Faisal Felton, Western Province Rugby.
Firstly, good evening, JP, good evening, listeners. I think from our side, all the excitement boiling down to Newlands this coming Saturday, the finals of the Sevens. I think it's something that we've been waiting for now for the last 2 years, finally having the SCORE Sevens that's taking place. We've got our top teams, 4 teams from each of the various regions, and the runners-up. So there's 8 teams plus the ladies that's also going to be at Newlands. So looking forward to a fantastic weekend of rugby. I think the importance is obviously we have the winners of each of the pools and we've got the runners-up. It's basically to determine exactly who plays who. And I think, the draw is obviously the fair way of doing it. So I think all the clubs here today, basically, the strength and I think the levels are all, on par. So I think today is important to determine exactly, who will be playing who this coming Saturday.
We're super excited. I mean, just the vibe here around the draw was awesome, and then just to be back on this pitch, who wouldn't want to be here? So we're really super excited. We don't take anyone for granted. I mean, any of these 8 teams can win this thing at any stage. Sevens is a different game, a beast on its own, as you said, and we just taking game by game. Stay humble, stay true to our course. Whoever we play, I say if you want to be the best, you need to beat the best.
Right, folks. Well, of course, you can see that we're observing all of the COVID protocols, and we are now going to ask the clubs to come up and draw. Everybody has sanitized their hands. So before they put their hand in the tub, everything has been sanitized, and we will now draw to see who's going to be team number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 in the quarterfinal. So the first team I'm going to ask to come up to draw and to allocate a number for team number 1 in the quarterfinals is Stellenbosch. Of course, nobody can see the ball inside, and Stellenbosch draws ball. Oh, well, you need to show me. Ball number 1, first team into the quarterfinals. Stellenbosch draws ball number 1. You can just put that ball there. And our next draw now, Durban. So we're drawing for draw position number 2. And that would be 7. Durban draws ball number 7. The balls are not going back in the pot. Drawing now, Hands and Hearts. Well, nobody here from Hands and Hearts, so I'm going to ask Faisal Felton from Western Province Rugby to draw on behalf of Hands and Hearts. And Hands and Hearts draws number 2. And our next team on the line, also one of the hosts of the SCORE Club Rugby Sevens, Hamilton's. Draws number 8. And we'll swirl the ball around a little bit. Our next team for the draw is Young Peoples. Young Peoples, we're drawing Faisal Felton, Western Province, on behalf of Young Peoples, draws ball number 3. And Tiger Berg. Tiger Berg draws ball number 5. Goodwood. Goodwood draws number 4. And finally, Gardens. With the last ball in the pot, still not able to see the number, but obviously it is number 6. Right, folks, so we have now completed the first part of the draw, and we now know already that in the quarterfinals, we have the following teams as the first team. Stellenbosch, Hands and Hearts, Young Peoples, and Goodwood. And now we will proceed to see who plays against Stellenbosch in the first quarterfinals, who plays against Hands and Hearts in the second quarterfinals, Young Peoples in the third quarterfinals, and of course Goodwood in the fourth quarterfinals.
Very, very intense. Yes, looking forward to this weekend. Exciting times, exciting to be back at Newlands as well. But yeah, this time around it's seventh time, and we've had a good 2 weekends of rugby. Yeah, and now the finals. Always tough to play any club for that matter. Needless to say, Tiger Berg defending champions, like you said, twice already. This coming Saturday, and it's going to be a crack of a game.
Yeah, the boys are very excited to play on Newlands for one in the stadium. There's a lot of them that haven't played here yet. Seeing everyone playing, Martys, Hamiltons, all of them playing against each other, and then we're very excited to play. Getting that bond between the clubs, and especially here at Newlands, being at this stadium where everything started in the Cape, is one of the best moments to play with everyone, just coming back together with rugby in this year.
Right, folks, we have now, of course, determined that we have Stellenbosch, Durban, Hands and Hearts, and Hamiltons as the first teams in the first quarterfinals, and we will now draw to see who plays against those teams. Of course, Stellenbosch cannot play against young Peoples in this round. They can only compete against Tiger Berg, Goodwood, or Gardens. And so now we have put those 3 balls number 5, 4, and 6, into the pot to see who plays against Stellenbosch in the first quarterfinal. And the first there is team number 5. So the first quarterfinal sees Stellenbosch up against Tiger Berg. Right, folks, time for us to now take a look at drawing the second match, which was of quarterfinal number 2. And in this case, Hands and Hearts was drawn as the first team. Hands and Hearts can now only play against Young Peoples or Gardens, which means we now have only ball number 3 and number 6 in the pot. So to see who plays against Hands and Hearts in the second quarterfinals as the second match, team number 3, Young Peoples. Right, folks, we of course now understand that Stellenbosch is playing against Tiger Berg, Hands and Hearts is playing against Young Peoples. Time for us to take a look to see who does Durban play in the third of the quarterfinals. So I'm putting my hand in the tub, and the draw there, team number 6, which is of course Gardens, and that means that Hamiltons will be playing against team number 4, which is of course Goodwood, in the fourth quarterfinals.
We came in as underdogs, but we proved to all the other teams we played against that we can do it. You know, with enjoyment comes victory. So we just want to enjoy ourselves on the field. We have a passion for the sport, and we're just pushing hard. The guys everybody's looking forward to playing here at Newlands. I mean, not everybody got the chance to play at Newlands, and since it's like one of the few last games here at Newlands, playing at Newlands would be like a dream come true to most players, to myself in fact.
Yeah, definitely, Renzel. I think for us coming together a couple of weeks ago was awesome, and I think like I said to some of the other coaches here, the guys are just excited to come out on Saturday and give it a go. I think one of the things I mentioned to my guys, whoever we play, embrace the challenge. It's Newlands. And again, like you mentioned now, it's quarterfinals, it's semi-finals, finals. Anything can happen on the day. And yeah, for me, it's just about going out on Saturday and just give it a go and enjoy each moment of the game.
Right, folks, we now have our 4 quarterfinals lined up. It's Stellenbosch against Tiger Berg, Hands and Hearts against Young Peoples, Durban against Gardens, and of course Hamiltons against Goodwood. We now have to work out how the rest of the day is going to work, and to tell me more about that, Faisal Felton, Western Province Rugby. Faisal, I've got 4 balls in the pot here, 1, 2, 3, and 4. What comes next?
So, yeah, thank you, JP. I think what from our side, in terms of fairness, it will basically determine the sequence in terms of the fixtures for the day, who plays first, second, third, and fourth. And basically now the clubs will draw a ball from 1 to 4, which is fixture 1 to 4. And that will determine the fixtures for the day.
So I'm assuming now we've got to ask Stellenbosch to come and draw to see what their first sequence is of the day.
Yeah.
Okay, Martys, you're up. Hand in the pot, no peeking. And Stellenbosch draws number 3. So the third fixture of the day will be, of course, Stellenbosch against Tiger Berg. Now to draw, of course, the next fixture. We're going to call up Durbell for the second fixture of the day. Durbell's up and running. It's all very complicated, folks. And Durbell is drawing the fourth fixture of the day, Durbell against Gardens. And now we ask Hamilton's to come up, and Hammies is going to draw now for either the second or first fixture of the day. And Hammies, position number?
2.
Second fixture of the day, of course, Hamilton's against Goodwood. Right, folks, well, there we go. That is, of course, the sequence then for this coming Saturday. It's the Score Western Province Club Rugby Sevens. First match, Hands and Hearts up against Young Peoples. Second match, Hamilton's up against Goodwoods. Third match, at Stellenbosch against Tiger Berg. That's going to be a cracker of a game. Durbell takes on Gardens. Gardens, of course, showing a big threat this year as well. Folks, that is a wrap from us then this weekend. Don't forget, you can, of course, win yourself a case of Score Energy drinks as well as a set of Cape Rugby TV masks courtesy of CTC Sports. All you need to do is go to our Facebook page and go and spot the logo, and you can put yourself in the mix to win a case of Score Energy drinks. That's a wrap from us then this evening, where we come to you from Newlands Rugby Stadium. It's all happening this weekend. It's super exciting. We see you again next week, same time, same place for Cape Rugby. Have a fantastic rugby weekend. Bye-bye.